All right, are we ready for Hoops Premium tonight? I know, I'm kind of anxious to get in there myself. I want to know what Premium Hoops looks like. I want to see it. I want to play. All right, so we do have a little bit of information to go over before we actually get started ripping. So I'm going to go ahead and get that up on the screen while everybody is getting in and getting settled. Feedback is automated on eBay. Anytime that you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. And thank you is the other thing. I appreciate you being here with me on this new release Wednesday night. And hopefully we'll find some good stuff here in Hoops Premium to make it worth your while. That's what we're going to work on anyway. Taking a look now at what is coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, it's a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Great Series 3 autographed football jerseys and a 10-box case of Leaf autographed mini football helmets. That is the last of each of those products that I have, I think. I always say I think because, well, sometimes I find stuff that I don't know I have. On Friday, we have one new release. It's Immaculate Football. We'll be breaking a half case of that, loose boxes from a shared case. And we'll also break our sixth and final case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball on Friday night. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday will all be off nights. As far as shipping, we just got the one item tonight. I am expecting it to be out the door by Saturday. Now, it's always plus or minus a day. Truthfully, I'm hoping I can get it out to you faster than Saturday, but I don't know. I did just get some news a little bit ago that one of my uncles had to be rushed into emergency surgery for internal bleeding. So we'll kind of have to see what that brings, I guess. But I'm hopeful that it will be out before Saturday, but I don't really anticipate it to be later than Saturday unless something really takes a turn there. We're all paid up for tonight, so hooray. I think everybody's going to pull a card, so I don't think we have to worry about the consolation card part of things either. So we'll move right along. It is a 10-box half case break of 1920 Hoops Hybrid, which is also known as Hoops Premium Stock. It's technically Hoops Premium Stock Hobby Hybrid, I think is what Panini calls it, which is a mouthful. Came out today, ended on eBay tonight, the same night we are breaking it, which is Wednesday night, the 16th of December. And of course, as I scroll down through there, you will see that each eBay user ID for our winning bidders is across from their team. A last little piece of business here before we can actually rip into some stuff. I am going to mess up your focus right now. I'm going to make your background blurry. I am doing that intentionally, so please don't be concerned by that. It's actually going to work to our benefit in the long run. All right, so Hoops Hybrid. I have to tell you, I wish they would always make hoops this way because one of the reasons that I don't break a lot of hoops, it's got so many cards in there and so many boxes in a case. That's one of those giant 20-box cases that they give us, and then each box has like 80 million cards in it, so I like this version better. So let's see what it tells us. We are looking for Silver Prisms and Hobby Hybrid exclusive Flash Rookie Variations. Of course, we know it is the inaugural edition. We're looking for Flash autographs and Hot Signature Rookies, Rookies Ink, and Hoops Ink. And what else does it tell us? Just look for Hobby Hybrid exclusive Flash Prisms. Okay, so that's all it really tells us on there that I can see anyway. So now we'll just have to figure out the rest on our own as we go here and see what we've got. Hopefully it's going to be worth looking at tonight. Oh man, I just daggone it. I just pulled a big hunk of sleeves out of their package and then almost dropped them in, so they all spun around and they're going 100 different directions in my stack now. So that's going to make for an interesting night, isn't it? It's all good though. It's all good. And my cats down there, you probably have been hearing them. I have been hearing them. They are, I guess, into it. I don't know what is going on, but they sound like they're about to get in a big fight down there. So who knows what that's about, but something's going on anyway. So I would assume this appears to be our standard version because, well, they all have looked like that I've seen. So it is. It's not numbered. And, of course, Prism, they are all lots of... Well, they're all prisms in here. They appear to be anyway. Nice, shiny Shiny little prisms. Now that one, seeing as how it's red at the top, let's see if it is numbered. And no, it is not, but I thought that it might be, but it wasn't. This is John Stockton for the Jazz. That, of course, is a silver prism, no pattern on it, and also unnumbered. I'm kind of feeling my way through this the same as you are right now, so we're kind of both figuring out what we've got as we go along. And yeah, so I guess those reds are not numbered. Maybe the blues are. Let's check them out. It's Blake Griffin. He is numbered. I see it up there at the top to 49. So for the Pistons, we've got a Blake Griffin in the blue parallel. That's the first numbered card that we have seen so far tonight. And what do we have here? This is High Voltage. All right, and that is Kevin Durant in the Nets. It does not appear to be numbered either. It does have quite a bit of curvature, that particular card does. And as I'm sure you know, with most of these types of cards that are prism or chrome or optic or whatever, they do unfortunately have a tendency to curve a little bit when they come out of the pack compression. But if you top load them or whatever, they'll straighten themselves out. There's another silver prism. That one's Miles Turner for the Pacers. Those do not appear to be numbered, which would be typical for a silver prism to not be numbered. And yeah, and there's a nice little Tyler Hero rookie for the Heat. Now, I'm not going to stop and sleeve all of our base rookies like that Tyler Hero as we go along, just because there are 10 boxes to open and go through. However, after the break, any rookie cards such as that need to be sleeved, of course, I'm going to get them sleeved up right after we finish up the break. So that's how that's going to work. And I don't always call out the rookies. If I see them when they go through, I will point it out if it's a big name or one of the bigger names. If I don't catch it going through, I'm not necessarily going to point it out. There's a Zion. Well, obviously I saw him because he's on the bottom of the pack. We will sleeve him right now live, but generally speaking, most of that stuff like that we would sleeve after the fact. There's a numbered one. Let's go ahead and pull it off the back as well because I happen to see it back there. And our numbered one is Harrison Barnes. It's numbered to 99 for Sacramento. So our green appear to be to 99, our blue to 49, and the red unnumbered. At least that's what we have seen so far. So far, so good. And it looks like we're going to do that fun thing where they like to change directions about 18 times. Makes me crazy. There's a Jeff Green numbered to 49 for the Houston Rockets with the blue parallel. Yeah, I wish this was regular hoops. I wish we just had this instead of regular hoops because I like these cards. Not that I don't like hoops. I do because I look forward to it every year because it's got, the extra stuff in it, and it's usually one of the earlier releases. Hassan Whiteside, and that is a silver prism for the Trailblazers. But, as I said, I don't like that it has so many cards and so many boxes in a case and all that stuff. This is a lot more fun, isn't it? Villacunas, and that is Memphis and the Grizzlies with a silver prism. Of course, I'm not one for a lot of base anyway. Some people like base and like set building, and so for people who enjoy base and enjoy set building, you probably like regular hoops better. But I've never been one to care that much about set building. I know, I should, but I don't. Saw this one on the bottom as I took it out. Lillard numbered to 49 for the Trailblazers. So it may be at the bottom of every pack, if we're going to get something interesting, is where it is, maybe. That's how it looks so far, anyway. Bottom card, maybe, is the deal. Yeah, silly me. I did not think that this product out of, basketball has been crazy. We all know that. But I thought, Hoops Hybrid, they've got to make more of this than they do some other stuff. Oh, I was wrong. They made less. There's a Silver Prism Isaiah Roby, and that is the Thunder, right? Yeah, Oklahoma City Thunder. I had to go back and double check on that. Couldn't remember that. And I should point out that occasionally we will see a card where a player is in one uniform and the team name and logo are different from what you see on the uniform. And if we run across that, it's going to go to the team that is printed on the card. Because sometimes they have pictures of them in old uniforms if they were recently traded or traded right before a set printed or something like that. Tremont Waters /99, that's the Boston Celtics. So we're always going to go to the way that it was designated on the card to that team. I don't know why I keep flipping these reds. I think we've determined they're not going to be numbered, but nonetheless. A Silver Prism for the Thunder, Terrence Ferguson. And what else have we got in here? Here's a Zion insert. So a couple of Zions have come our way so far. That one isn't numbered either, but nonetheless, that's a nice little, it's a tribute insert, so that's a nice little hit for the Pels to go along with your Zion rookie that we saw earlier. So one other thing I should mention, shipping, okay? Shipping is a hot, hot mess. I don't mean me getting it out. I mean once it gets out the door. Oh my gosh, the post office is so slow right now. There are so many problems with packages that are just sitting somewhere stuck, or they're not scanning, they're not updating. Things are taking weeks to get there in some cases. I have had first class mail coming to my own house that has taken anywhere from the normal 2 days up to 10, 12, and 14 days for a first class letter, not even to mention packages. So please, please be patient. And once it gets in the postal system, it may take a while to get to you. Numbered to 99, Karis LeVert and the Nets in the green parallel. And of course, I do print the labels there from eBay, so it will always update the tracking when I print them, and you can always refer back to that. But don't get too flipped out if it doesn't update tracking for sometimes even a week or two at a time if it's just sitting somewhere. That was Dylan Brooks, Memphis Grizzlies, with the Silver Prism. And hopefully there was a Kobe White rookie that went by. And there's another Kobe White. So a pair of those. So I hope that things will calm down a little bit after Christmas. We hope shipping will be, I would think, somewhat more back to normal at that point. But nonetheless, I'd say it'll take them a couple weeks to clear out all the backlog. The Celtics and Gordon Hayward Silver Prism. Because, of course, I mean, you know what the deal is. We've got the regular holiday shipping, except like on steroids, because you couldn't, obviously, COVID, you can't go out and shop. So you've already got a ton more people shopping online and having things sent from COVID. Then you add, oh, yeah, we've all done our holiday shopping that way, too, and have packages flying all over the country, plus the usual volume. And poor post office is just overrun, and it would not be unexpected for something to take 2 or 3 weeks to get there, unfortunately, right now. And not everything is, but a lot is. Even priority mail, you can't even count on that. Someone sent me something priority mail, and it took a full 7 days to get here, and it would normally have been a 2-day shipping kind of deal with priority. It took 7 days. Kevin Love, that is numbered to 25, lowest one we've seen so far. That's for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here's a Silver Prism that is for the Cavaliers as well. Darius Garland. So what do you all think about Giannis signing his Supermax and stayed in Milwaukee? I don't know if I was expecting that or not. I kind of thought he might stay, and then I thought he might leave for a while. And nice to see kind of a mid to small market team keep their superstar. So that was kind of cool. So there's another Zion for the Pelicans, just a base rookie there. Of course, I guess that's part of the reason they came up with those Supermax extensions anyway. Jabari Parker, Silver Prism Kings, so that your original team could offer you more money than anybody else, trying to get people to stay with some of these mid and small market teams. And honestly, it usually doesn't work out, but it did this time. So if you're a Milwaukee fan, that's really good news. And then I guess we'll have to figure out what the Rockets are going to do with James Harden because, yeah, he wants out of there awfully badly, although has shown up for work now anyway. But I'm kind of anxious to see what kind of chemistry might still exist between John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. Of course, they both suffered injuries. They both had a series of injuries. John's just getting back on the court after, well, almost 2 years off the court. And of course, Boogie was out for basically a year, then came back and promptly hurt himself again and was out again. And they're both just now getting ready to start thinking about playing again, I guess. Tobias Harris to 25 for the 76ers. So I'm anxious to see if they still have that same chemistry that they had in college, because if they do, I don't know. Pretty cool up there, or down there rather. Help them out in Houston a little bit. There we go. There's our first Ja Morant, I think, that we've seen tonight. So that heads off to the Grizzlies with a Ja Morant rookie. A silver prism for Colin Sexton and the Cavaliers. And a De'Aaron Fox silver prism. And that's, of course, Sacramento. It seems weird, there's another Kobe White, that they are already back playing again, because truly the whole last season was so messed up, and it feels like that they've only had about 2 weeks off. Now, obviously, they finished up quite some time ago, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it was about 2 weeks ago, and they're already back at it, but I guess that's a good thing. Major League Baseball, on the other hand, has essentially already announced that they won't be starting on time. They have no intention of conducting spring training at the normal time. The owners have already come out and specified that, so we know that that's going to be pushed back anyway. Montrezl Harrell and Clippers, numbered to 49. Of course, he was recently traded to the Lakers, so basically just had to move across the Staples Center to get from one team to the other. But of course, he was still the Clippers on that card, so that's where that's going to go. D'Angelo Russell, it's numbered to 99 for Minnesota and the T-Wolves. More Kobe White base rookies. And a J.J. Redick silver prism for NOLA. Aha! Looks like we are going to have ourselves an autograph here. And it is none other than Dennis Rodman for the Detroit Pistons. So there you go, Dennis Rodman with some Hoops Inc. for the Detroit Pistons. I'm thinking that thing ought to be numbered, but I don't see any numbering on it, so I guess it isn't. Unless there's a number that I'm overlooking, and I don't really think there is. So anyway, cool if you're the Pistons, right? I've been seeing Dennis Rodman show up a little more lately in autographs than we saw for a long time. Larry Bird with a Silver Prism Tribute Celtics. All right, we've got 3 boxes left. So we've opened 7 and we have 3 to go. And I want you guys to know this is the exact amount of hoops that we needed for tonight is what showed up today. And the rest of it isn't coming until tomorrow. So I'm glad I scheduled it the way that I did, because anymore, I'm having trouble getting everything on time. And I mean, honestly, some of my distributors say that it's UPS and FedEx, but yet from other distributors, UPS and FedEx get it here on time. So I don't know. Maybe it's a little of both. Maybe it's a little bit of them not maybe getting stuff out as readily as they should, or maybe it is UPS or FedEx, or both. Who knows? For the Spurs, number 235, there's Bryn Forbes, San Antonio. Either way, I was glad that the half case that we needed showed up, so we didn't have to stress over that today. Another Zion. Wow, you're doing quite well with Zion-based rookies out of here tonight. An unusual number of them, as a matter of fact. Not as many of Ja. Only noticed 1 of him thus far, but a lot of Zion. Kevin Love, Silver Prism, Cavaliers. Don't know why I sleeved that right then. Normally I'd do that after the break, but I don't know. I was in a habit, I guess, and there it went. Saved me from doing it later, I suppose. Chris Paul insert. Kyrie, who, of course, in trouble with the media already this season. Silver Prism, Zach Collins, Portland Trail Blazers. I mean, he's always interesting. Kyrie always has something controversial to say, it seems like. And people are very divided about him, I think. I don't know. I don't know really what I think about him. Honestly, he plays pretty well a lot of times, but he also disappears sometimes, I think. Maybe they all do to a certain extent, but anyway, if I were picking teams on the playground, let's just say this, I wouldn't leave him standing there, so. Birazzi, and that is the Pacers, number 249. A green parallel, Bruno Fernando. That is number 299 for the Atlanta Hawks. There's a PJ Washington rookie. Brandon Ingram, Silver Prism for New Orleans. So, of course, we've got LaMelo now playing down there for Charlotte, and there's a Tyler Hero rookie. We'll see how things shake out with him. So far, I think it's about what we expected. His passing looks good, and his shooting looks bad. It's about where we thought he would land, I think. But I'm sure it will get better shooting-wise. And then LiAngelo, he got cut, so which of course made his dad go off, but that's not unexpected for LeVar to have something to say. All right, we're on our last box here, so we're going to go ahead and call out a little last box mojo here on Hoops Hybrid and see what we can shake out of it. Hopefully something worth having, right? Well, it's all worth having, but you know what I mean. A big smoking hot hit. That's what I hope we find. The Dame for the Blazers and number 235. Let's see what else is in here. Prince, Nets, Silver Prism. bet it was hard for John Wall to leave the Wizards because he didn't want to leave, you know? I mean, they traded him. He didn't really want to be traded. I bet that would really be the downside of it. Of course, if you're making the money they're making, maybe that takes the sting out. Vucevic, that is the Magic and a Silver Prism, and the last of our cards tonight. But we are going to do some recapping here. We'll take a look at our numbered cards and our autograph card, and if I can get these in somewhat the right order, we'll take a look at our numbered cards. So first up, number to 25 for the 76ers, it's Tobias Harris. To 25 for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love. To 35, the Trailblazers and Lillard. To 35, the Spurs and Forbes. And there's Lillard again for the Blazers, but that one is to 49, the blue parallel. 49, Jeff Green and the Rockets. 49, Blake Griffin and the Pistons. 49, the Clippers and Montrezl Harrell, and 49, the Pacers and Barazzi. Now, all of these green ones are numbered to 99. Fernando for the Hawks. The T-Wolves and D'Angelo Russell. LeVert for the Nets. Waters, the Celtics. And the Kings with Harrison Barnes. And then our lone autograph of the night happens to be Dennis Rodman for the Detroit Pistons. All right, so there it is. That is Hoops Premium Stock Hobby Hybrid. So there we go. Now we know. Now we know the rest of the story. I like the product, though. As I said, I wish we could have all hoops that way. They're never going to do that, though. We're always going to have regular hoops. They got to have the lower price point stuff in there, too. But those were fun. I did like them. We'll take one more pass through the information here. If you missed it earlier, this is what you need to know. Saturday is your anticipated shipping date for this, and I'm going to try to get it out to you faster than that. And I believe that I can, barring anything else unusual happening. But it is always listed as plus or minus a day, but I would expect it to be out the door on or before Saturday. And I believe everyone will have cards coming from what we pulled. All the cards do ship, so consolation cards really shouldn't come into play here, I don't think. As far as what's coming up in the days ahead, tomorrow night, it is a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Great Series 3 autographed football jerseys, a 10-box case of Leaf autographed mini football helmets. Those are the last that I have of each of those two products, as far as I know, unless I find some stash back somewhere. On Friday, we have one new release. It's Immaculate Football. We will do a 3-box half case break, loose boxes from shared cases, and then a 12-box case of Leaf Ultimate Draft Baseball, which will be the last of that product. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all will be off nights. And that, I guess, is it for me tonight. So thanks once again for being here, spending a little time breaking and hanging out with me. I do appreciate you. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your week, and that if I don't see you again this week, I hope you will come back and see me sometime soon. In the meantime, stay healthy and safe and happy. Enjoy the holiday season as much as you can anyway, under these circumstances. And we'll see you again tomorrow night. Bye now.